The sponsor of tonight's episode, Red Pill Threads, dares to go where few others will.
Perfect for the proud libertarian or anti-statist. Their designs are loaded with deeper meaning and hard forbidden truths. They hate the government more than you.
Their shirts are an act of defiance, rebellion against liberal agenda, corrupt government, psychopathic oppressors, and the status quo. We're fighting back.
Their shirts are the weapons on the front line of this war. When you wear them, you're gearing up for combat, and you boldly shout, "We will not lose this war without a fight."
And we won't lose. We'll keep fighting until we win.
Are you ready to fight?
The main reason we hooked up with Red Pill Threads is they put their money where their mouth is by donating 20% of their proceeds to rotating charities, most specifically aimed at helping child and human trafficking.
So visit their website at www.redpillthreads.com and join us in the fight.
What is a Chase O'Donnell subscription price on OnlyFans?
$10.
$10. I can part with that. So
Worth every penny. What is it? Just Chase at Chase O'Donnell?
It's Chase_Elaine, my middle name, because do you know that Chasey Lane is a porn star from the 90s?
So wait, they gave you that name to like you went with that because you figured it would drop you? What? No, I did not know that.
I did, yeah.
Well, my name on TikTok is Chase_Elaine, and all the comments when I first started TikTok was like, ha ha ha, you would be Chase Elaine. Ha ha, Chase Elaine. And then one girl goes, honey, look up Chase Elaine. and so then she's like, it's a porn star. So anyways, I was like, oh, no wonder everyone was making fun of me for my name. So when I did OnlyFans, I thought it was only fitting.
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
You know who I like? Sapphire Farms. Send me
That's the other episode.
28 of your
All this pot talk's the other episode.
All right.
Put it on the tavern
and get drunk.
so we can have some cocktails.
That's gross.
Cocktails.
Welcome back to another episode. I can't do this with this live studio audience. All right. What?
I like, wait, what?
I needed to start over. Totally flubbed all my lines. They got people staring. It's weird. Can we put a sheet up? All right. Welcome back. Another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. We got the Queen of Comedy, Chase O'Donnell, back. Going to be a proud member of the...
Tell me when you're ready. You ready? Go. Go.
You just wasted a really good one. I was in the pocket. I was in a flow, and you fucking wasted it.
I waste shit. Go.
Welcome back. No, I'm not doing it yet.
I'm tired.
I'm fucking gonna run it right to the fucking red line. We're gonna welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. We got Chase O'Donnell back, the funniest, nicest, sweetest person ever.
Ever.
Proud,
Sweetheart.
proud member of the 3-time club.
Wow. I mean, that's big
That is big. There's
That's
only 2 other members.
for them.
It's probably as big as
3? Come on now.
we only have 2 other guests that have had
I know,
been on 3
I know.
times. So
Back, slow it down for a second here. Let's open that up. Let's give a little drinky drink. Tavies, Opie.
okay.
And I'm ready to goey.
Oh, that's right. You smoked weed before we started. Fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a good
Shit.
It's a bit.
Oh, we might have to call in the coho or the bullpen for this. All right. Chase O'Donnell.
Subscribe. I got a subscriber today.
Who
So
subscribed?
they were a little bit closer, guy. Work.
Do they want to know? Do they want to tell us who subscribed?
He got him. He got him. Watch him do it. So there you go.
All right. I
He
did.
came into my office to say, "How do I find your podcast again?" Looked it up. Boom.
Boom. Wow. What a sales guy you are.
Let it go. And you know what that means? All you out there should be subscribing as well. If you're not, go smash that button. And that's the like button, but I want a subscribe button.
No, it's just, yeah, it's a subscribe button.
So just do that and I appreciate it. Check us on Rumble as well. Rumble. Oh, it's YouTube. I don't no idea what I was gonna say there. Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Tickety Tock.
Chinese
Check
chicken.
us out.
Have a
Like,
drumstick.
subscribe, leave a comment. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Let us know what's going on.
in the world today.
Tell us a little story about yourself. Tell us why you watch us and why you love us. Tell us why you watch us and why you hate us. Tell us a story. Tell us a story about a piano man.
Didn't he drive his car into a house once drunk?
That was Keith Moon.
Oh, didn't Billy Joel drive his car into something drunk?
Maybe in a song.
No, there's a.
Oh, he was drunk. You're right. You're
There's
right.
Billy Joel DUI.
There was, yeah.
Did he drive his car? We really have a shitty intro and she's ready to go. So that is the worst. I'm going to edit all of that.
She's gonna make up for it.
Okay, perfect. Holy fuck. Are you ready? Fucking, I feel
Go,
like
man, go.
you got one of them EpiPens or something?
Well, let's go. Hi, Chase. Oh, Cole. Oh, let's. Hey, leave a pretty lady waiting.
This is really bad. So without further ado, probably for the last time, Chase O'Donnell.
Yay!
Hey, Chase.
Hi. Let
How
me
are
see.
you?
I'm gonna turn on a light and see if it makes the lighting better. 1 second.
All right.
Heck yeah.
T Swift.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, what year was that? What, did you just see her recently?
This I just bought it off of her website. I'm just supporting her because she could use all the support.
Yeah, I think she's going broke. I
She
think
needs her money for sure. Yes.
imagine being Travis Kelce going, if I can get her to marry me and then divorce.
Oh my gosh, I love your shirt. People pleaser.
You do? I was wondering if you'd recognize it. It was like it'll probably go right or she'll never even notice.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Of course. Chase O'Donnell is back. You are now the third member of our 3-time club.
Cool.
So you,
The
Josh,
third- the
you and Josh
third.
Potter.
Oh,
So yeah.
Which we'll talk about him in a bit because your episodes are hilarious. So
hey. We love Josh.
we do. So the t-shirt, you recognize it, People Pleaser, and that's from your special, still available on YouTube.
Still available. Yeah, haven't
What?
taken it down.
About to hit 150,000 views.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congrats.
You know, I don't look, nor have I read a single comment.
I know. I remember that from the last time
Yeah.
we talked. Even though we did tell you the last time we talked, every comment we saw was nice.
There was
Thank God.
So yeah, I did not see one bad comment.
150, getting there 150,000. That's amazing.
150,000.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
So based on YouTube's monetization, you've probably made what, $1.50?
Yeah, I haven't seen a penny.
Oh,
Yeah, I hear you. They don't pay well.
Yeah. It was more for exposure.
it's the
Right,
exposure.
right.
Where you're getting out there, what you're traveling, exposing, still making everybody laugh across the country.
So since the last time we talked to you, you have started a tea company.
There it is.
How are things going with that?
I didn't even plan that. It's just right there.
Well, you always have tea within arm's length. So
I do. It's going great.
Yeah.
We're on the website FabFitFun, and every time they do a sale there, we sell out within like the first hour. So It's
Wow.
showing that there's demand for it, which is good.
That's awesome. Good for you. So what, I mean, obviously we know you love tea, but
Right.
why did you decide to get into business?
Okay, well, over the pandemic, I created this tea company for as like a passion project, pandemic project. And
Okay.
I had created the labels, like I didn't have the bags, but like I had it all created and ready to go, and I had a website, and then I never launched.
Mm.
And I was doing the artist way, which I do every so often. And one of the chapters is all about U-turns, which is like you start something,
Ah,
then don't finish it. And it's very common in the arts and for people to do that, to like create something and go, no, 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 no one's gonna like that. I don't want to put it out. And I realized this tea company was like a perfect example of a huge U-turn in my life where I was like ready to go and then didn't do it.
Yeah.
So just like from doing the artist way, I was like, okay, I'll launch it. And my cousin and I had taken a trip together, and she was talking about how her dream was having a tea company. And I was like, well,
wait,
I've got a tea company ready to go. Let's do this. So it all kind of fell into place.
so you guys never talked about tea prior to that? You and your cousin?
Like not really. We just always, I think we always knew we liked tea, but I don't think we had discussed that like a tea company was both of our dreams.
Wow. That's what that's very specific, but you never know.
Kismet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kismet.
Yeah.
So you pretty much said, I don't want to be a U-turn in my life right now.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
was like, oh, that's a huge U-turn. And I guess it's worth just like putting it out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's my life. I'm a constant U-turn.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of this podcast. It was kind of that moment too, because we talked about it for a year before we finally we're like, yeah, we should probably sit down and do that. So
I think it's so common for
It
people
is.
to like have an idea and then not actually follow through with it
yeah,
because it's scary.
right.
So, but it seems like you were further than just a dream, further than just the talking about it. You were like ready there. So what made you hit that U-turn? Why didn't you launch it back then?
Oh, it's a lot of work, I think.
Oh, so laziness. Okay, got it. We're with you.
She's a comedian. They don't as little work as possible.
Kidding. I'm just trying. We're just ready to go deep here. Come on, jeez.
I also think each step of the way with this business, like, thank God I didn't go to business school, because if I knew what all this effort was, I probably would have been like, no, this isn't for me. I mean, it's so much work,
Yeah.
but it's good that I don't know everything.
So are you taking care of all your own accounting and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I laugh because
Wait, is it in loose leaf binder notebooks just floating?
I mean, people ask my cousin and I our numbers, and we go, "Oh, back to you." We don't. We had a meeting with an investor, and they were like, "Okay, so Chase, you're clearly the personality of the group. Kevin, what about you?" And she was like, "I do photography." And we were trying to get an investment, and it was so clear. Like, if we had gone on Shark Tank, we would have been annihilated. So yeah, we don't have the business background. We're just having fun.
Well, yeah, as long as you're enjoying it, you're not going in debt because of it like the podcast. You're
I don't know. We're slowly but surely.
So what do you got? What kind of flavors? How many flavors are there? Where can they go find it? Let's plug that shit right now.
Oh, great. It's pityparty.com, and there's 4 flavors. There's a green tea for energy, a black tea, which is also for energy, but it's like starting your day or an afternoon cup of tea. There's an I'm so stressed tea, which is like a mint blend, and I can't sleep tea, which is a chamomile blend.
So who comes up with the tea flavors?
Well, if you'd like to know, we have sources where we do a lot of tea tastings and
Okay.
then
Mm,
our favorites, but we're not actually blending them. We're just putting our name on flavors that we really like.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
We don't go and pick the tea ourselves. That's another that really I couldn't do at the moment.
I am way too busy to pick tea, that's for sure.
Yeah. But let me tell you, I'm the biggest tea snob ever. Like I have sent tea back at
whoa.
many restaurants. I am a tea snob. So the tea for our company is like really good.
Yeah.
Like this, you're getting expert level tea connoisseur. Yeah.
Well,
Obviously. So what would send a tea back? Not hot enough to taste, or
I sent a tea back 3 times one time because they kept serving it lukewarm. I said, nah. And then sometimes, sometimes like you go to Starbucks
Mhm.
and these baristas, they don't know tea. And I'll say, I want a green tea, and they'll give me a mint tea. I go, just because the label's green doesn't mean that's a green tea. I mean, I send my teas back. This is wrong.
I agree. You want the right stuff.
I'm seeing like probably the nicest person we've ever had on our podcast, Chase O'Donnell. You can really turn into a bitch over tea.
I can become a Karen for tea.
Yes.
I love
Nothing
it.
else but tea.
Because, oh, do I know my tea? Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Well, this has convinced me. What is the black tea? What's the bad? What do you got for black tea?
It's called I've Totally Got This.
All right. I'm looking for that. I'm ordering my bag because I love black tea. So I mean,
Oh,
not like you love black tea, but
and this blend is like it's black tea with rose petals.
okay.
It's really
Mm.
Delicious. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna be checking it
Okay.
out.
Well, good for you. That sounds amazing.
So who ran the tea business while you were being completely silent for 10 days? And
oh
and
my
and why in the fuck did you want to be silent for 10
Yeah.
days?
What brought you to that point?
what a great question. Okay, well, I mean, there's 2 of us, me and my cousin, so she took over for the
Yeah.
10 days. We're not as busy as maybe you may think we are. It
We
was
like to fake it till we make it here, Chase.
it was okay to take 10 days away. I did, a silent meditation retreat for 10 days. You're meditating 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. I got back. Well, I did it in June, so this was last month. What led me to
repeat that. You meditate from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Mhm,
for 10 days.
10 days
10 straight days.
No phone, no music, no reading, no nothing. You're just sitting with your thoughts. Can you believe?
No,
I would go insane.
most people would want to do that, but go ahead.
To me, my life is very hectic and so much travel and go and social events like crazy. And I know there's personalities that really enjoy that, but that's actually like it like depletes me. I get so exhausted. And I felt like for a really long time, I'm always like, oh, I just need to go to a cabin in the woods. Like I always was like, I just need to get away to like to balance out the hectic life I was living.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was researching ashrams in India. I
Okay.
really thought I needed to get away.
That's
And that's when I found that there's like ashram type places. You don't have to go to India. You can stay, close.
You're in
And-
LA.
right there in
There's
California.
all that stuff. You got all that stuff there.
Yeah. And but no, it's this organization, it's Vipassana. It's based on all the Buddhist teachings that Buddha did this 10-day retreat 2,500 years ago. They've just kept it up. So they're free and they're all over the world. So I did apply to like Singapore, Australia, Bali, but I got into Idaho. I did the 10-day retreat in Idaho.
So the demand isn't as high in Idaho as it is in.
The wait list was so short for Idaho, and that's how I got in.
Well, you're playing your percentages and you got her.
Yeah. And so yeah, I just kind of like have been really feeling like I wanted to meditate. Like I just felt like I really wanted to like tune in since everything's been so go go go. So that was the impetus. And then yeah, I mean, is that fun to talk about? Do you want to hear about the
I
retreat?
do. I want to
I-
know what you got out of it, and especially, did you get any comedy out of it?
Are you able to jot things down as you go, or you're not allowed a pen and paper?
You're not allowed a pen and paper. I mean, you can't do anything but sit with your thoughts. Um, I really thought, by the way, am I delayed while I'm talking?
You're not delayed. We just get a little bit of glitch every once in a while.
Okay.
Are we delayed to you?
No, I just see myself being delayed. I just want to make sure it's not. Um, so yeah, I went into it being like, I'm gonna come up with my whole new hour. I'm gonna have so much clarity about what I want to do with my life. I'm gonna be like all these things I thought was gonna happen. Nothing happened. I didn't get any comedy out of it.
Okay. Well,
But you know, that's okay.
yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. There's time.
Yeah, it's still only been a month. I'm processing. But I yeah, the first 3 days, you're just like, all you're doing is focusing on your breath. That's it. And then 4 through 10, you're scanning your body head to toe, feeling the sensations in your body, because the whole point is like, we as humans are like never okay in this present moment. We always want something or want to hold on to something because we like it,
Yeah.
or we want to change it. And it all stems from like what we're feeling. So the Buddha teaching that I learned, they had a teacher there, was if you can catch the sensations before your mind starts telling the story, then you can handle this moment. And like all those like emotions stem because we don't like how we're feeling inside. So if we're able to just like be okay with how we're feeling, even if it's not pleasant, or if it is pleasant, not be like, I want to hold on to this forever and never let it go, then we're more like, I don't know, mentally stable.
Sure. It makes
Yeah.
sense. We've heard that. We've heard that before too. The whole,
Yeah.
not the highs, just go with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of like in the middle instead of like just being your emotions. So that was cool. By the end, I was very um it was interesting. The beginning, I was a wreck and I was my mind and I was becoming the emotions and I was in so much pain from sitting up straight. And then by the end, if I had emotions, I would just watch it and I would go, okay, that's gonna pass. And I was able to be very zen.
Ooh.
Are you how close to that state are you still? How much is the month being away from there taken out of you already?
It's interesting because at first, right when I got back, I was like Buddha. I was like, pain is just pain. And I felt like I was like so enlightened. And then
Wait, is somebody saying pain is something different than pain?
wait, saying what?
Is somebody saying pain is different than pain?
No, just like if something's painful, you go like, oh God. And I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. It's just pain.
Okay.
Um but yeah, through as the weeks have gone on, I've noticed I've fallen back into patterns, but I'm actually like I don't know, I see a huge difference in my life, but I've continued meditating. I have a little meditation chair in my room, and I've been doing a lot of journaling and a lot of inward reflection, and I've definitely noticed a huge shift in my outlook, and I kind of was depressed. I mean,
Sure.
to go do a retreat like that, I wasn't doing well. And I'm
Okay.
doing so much better.
Well, that's
It's like
Well, right
huge,
there is worth it.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I've been able to just like watch all the feelings. I'm like, oh, well, that's fine. It's just going, it's just doing its thing.
And yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do they give you tools to continue on? Because they must know. Number one, they must know 10 days is the right amount of time to get over the
It's insane.
bullshit to get in. And then do
Because
they give you
like,
tools
yeah,
to keep going? Because they know people are going to drift.
they do that what you said, like day 7, and I was miserable and I was like, I hate this, and I was like, it's not gonna work. And it's so crazy that by day 10, I was like, oh my God, it worked. I get it. They know they're 10 days. But they say that you're supposed to keep this up by meditating an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, which is just impossible.
Yeah, that's tough.
I went from meditating, what, 12 hours a day, and I was like, oh, 2 hours, that's nothing. And oh, it's been so difficult. I'll squeeze in like 20 minutes, maybe,
Sure.
But it's something.
but it's something.
Right. And that's what they say, right? I mean, do as much as you can. That's, I mean,
They pretty much say do 2 hours a day. Or,
Hey, I
it's
don't know
not-
what Buddha you're talking
not
to.
gonna keep up.
The real Buddha is 2 hours a day.
Yeah, it's 2 hours a day.
What do
Gotta
you?
make it.
No
Who
wonder.
has time?
I
Right.
I don't.
I know I don't. But
Right.
priorities, right? Do you now? Is this something you plan to do every year, like a yearly retreat, or
Absolutely.
okay?
I mean, I am on the meditation train. I loved it so much. I'm also at a place in my life where I can take 10 days. I'm not
Sure.
like
Sure.
in a 5 job. Like I'm able to do that. I know it's not something very realistic for a lot of people, but there were also a lot of dads there,
Mhm.
no moms. Moms can't really take time away from the kids, but dads had no problem.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Here, I thought you were maybe the like single dads, and you were like, oh, now you know, maybe I'll find me a single
Oh.
dad too.
Yeah, no.
They separate the men and women
Oh,
because they
Oh,
don't want any shenanigans going on.
Sure.
that makes
sure.
sense. 10 days is a long time for no shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you book it already? Next year, you already booked? You get planning on going back to Idaho, or are you going to pick somewhere else? Because I'm kind of intrigued with Idaho.
I'll probably book somewhere else, but it's really, really hard to get into these because they're free. So like they fill up so fast and you can only sign up 3 months before.
Oh.
So I can't really plan next year yet.
No, I was only like do it now. So free. How are they free? I mean, and you stay over? Do you have a room? Do you have a tent? What's going on?
You have a room, they feed you the most healthy, lovely meals. Um, it's all volunteer based. Everyone that works is volunteer.
Wow, that's incredible.
So
And
what
then
do-
like you can donate, but it does sound a little like, is it a cult? But no, it's not. But you can, like I donated $50
I
at
was
the
gonna say
end.
if you can leave at the end of the 10 days, it's not a cult.
Not a cult. They
Yeah.
really they talk about how like because this started in the East and in India, like this is very normal, but in America, having something free, we're like, what's the catch
Yep.
going on? So they said it's like in the Western culture, we don't quite understand how something can be free.
Huh.
Yeah,
I mean, she forgot to mention that she's now in a timeshare, but that's a different.
Yeah.
I own a tent in Idaho, but I can only go there 10 days a year.
Yeah. My family has always said, thank God I never came in contact with the cult leader because I would have joined.
You're an admitted people pleaser, and those are the tendencies they're looking for, right?
Yeah, like I'm the perfect candidate for someone to join a cult.
Well, you kind of did. It's
Yeah.
just comedians.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
That's
God.
that's true. So if one, and we'll move on, but what if someone wants to look up these retreats, what would they Google?
Well, don't tell anybody. She's going to have more competition with her.
No, I want everyone to do it. It was so life-changing. It's vipassana.org. Search Vipassana retreats. Vipassana.
Okay.
All right.
We'll give it a whirl. We'll see from there.
So that wasn't the end of your self-care journey though. Now you've climbed Mount Mount Whitney.
Mount Everest. So did you go from self-care to self-abuse?
Isn't this crazy that I think 10-day silent meditation retreats and climbing the highest mountain in America is like so fun. Um,
It's
I,
telling. It's a little
I,
telling.
I mean, they're both kind of abuse
Yeah.
because
Well,
the silent retreat was like really hard. And then Whitney was hard in like the physical way. Oh God. Um, I just have been trying to do more things that I enjoy. And I know that's crazy that I enjoy meditating and climbing mountains, but I'm like on a real self-care kick and
Sure.
I've gone so far in the like work, keep like burning myself out that I am like kind of now doing the extreme the other way.
Yeah.
But that one came about because I actually for my birthday, I did a solo camping trip in Catalina, which is a beautiful island in California.
sure.
And I was posting about it, and I accidentally hiked a 20-mile hike. Accidentally.
Okay.
I
can see
did
how that happens.
I thought it was 8 miles, and then it turned out to be 20 miles. But anyways,
8 miles one direction, you got lost, and that made it.
yeah. Um, and I posted about it, and this comedian, Nicole Amy, we had done a show together, and she watched my story, and she was like, "You're into hiking? Me too. Come on all these hiking trips with me." So that's how I got invited to go to Mount Whitney. She saw my 20-mile hike in Catalina.
So you duped her into the invite.
So how big is Mount Whitney miles?
It's 22 miles, but it's
Oh,
hard. It's hard because you're gaining so much elevation. So it's so high that most people don't summit because the altitude sickness. It's like a lot of people die on Mount Whitney because
Really?
oh,
and only 30% of people make it to the top because the altitude is so hard on our bodies, and you can get really dizzy and nauseous. And that was happening for me, but not to the point where I had to turn around. But it's really hard on your body.
Wow.
okay.
And you went with another comedian as well, correct?
Yeah, Catherine Blanford.
And
It was
you all made it to the top?
we all made it to the top. It was a huge deal.
That's
It
awesome.
it is because
And what is the elevation at the top?
It's 14,000 something.
Jesus, you're
It's-
almost 3 miles up. Close to 3 miles up. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like nothing.
Wow. Right. It's a long way
It-
above sea level. Yeah.
you're right. You go the upwards. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
So
really
so
hard.
no hesitation when she asked you to go. Did you?
No hesitation. I said, OMG, sign me up. It's always been on my bucket list. I've always wanted to hike it, but it's
So-
really hard to get a permit.
Oh,
It's so the fact she had a spot available was really cool.
Oh, I would have never even thought of that. You can't just go do it. The government has to tell you you can do it.
Yeah, they only
oh,
allot a certain amount of people on the mountain each day. So
Oh,
it's like a lottery system to get to hike it.
okay.
okay. So so in the middle of it, it's harder. You said you didn't feel like turning back, but what was the hardest part? At what point did you be like
Okay.
closest to turn? Okay.
Okay. Well, I was carrying a pack because we camped on the mountain. So I had 30 pounds on me, but I was carrying the backpack wrong. I had it all the weight on my shoulders, and apparently you're supposed to put it on your hips.
Yeah.
And so, okay, me being a people pleaser, I did not want to tell the group that I was struggling with my like how painful it was. And I was like, everyone must be in this much pain. And finally, I just had to stop and go like, so sorry. Like, I can't continue with my backpack. And they were like, oh my God, you've been carrying it on your shoulders. And by time we figured it out, my shoulders were completely bruised. And it was so heavy. And then we switched it. So the weight was on my hips. And I was like, oh, piece of cake. This is
God.
no big deal. So I was carrying it like that for like 7 miles,
Oh
which
God.
was really, 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 really hard. And then the next day, well, once we got to the campground, I was really dizzy, really nauseous, like not okay, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then summiting was fine. It was the coming down the next day where like my feet were, the bottoms of my feet, both feet were covered in water blisters. So I was just
Yeah.
walking through like water blisters, and then had to wear the pack again with the bruised shoulders and the nausea and the dizziness and it was just, I was on the last 2 miles down, I was crying.
Wow.
I was walking and crying. Nobody knew because
You
if
internally
somebody,
cried?
no, if somebody walked by me, I would pull it together and go, hi. And then I'd start crying again. It was so hard.
Okay, you said you'd do the 10-day retreat again. Are you going to climb Mount Whitney again?
I don't need to, I'm done.
Okay. That sounds like the correct answer to that one.
I did it. I summited. I did it. I will not be doing that one again. You
But
also,
but
you also have to you poop on the mountain.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
What did you
did you have to dig a hole?
You have to go to the bathroom in a bag and then carry the bag with you off the mountain. You're carrying your
wait for the
I'm
rest of the trip?
for the rest of the trip.
Oh, I didn't. I guess why couldn't you just fling it?
Thrown it off the mountain.
Well, you're
Civic-
just off the trail.
Well, first of all, it's in a plastic bag.
You don't even put it in a plastic bag.
Oh, you
All
put
right.
it in your hand and
Well, it's because the problem is because about 100 people do the hike a day. The cover would just, I mean, the mountain would just be poop. You
That's a
would
lot.
just
Yeah.
a poop filled mountain, and they don't allow that.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, you
That's
don't.
fair. All right. I apologize.
But the ranger, like a lot of people do just leave their poop. And the rangers stopped us several times being like, don't forget your bag. Because his job is carrying out people's poop if they leave it. And he said the other day he was carrying 50 pounds of poop. So he's like, please.
And you say your job's shitty.
Yeah, and he's hiking Mount Whitney every day, just picking up poop.
Oh, how do you sign up for that? I mean,
So
or is he's the starter? He just got a job. I don't know. Who would want that job?
Well, he's a park ranger. He just lives
Out of
on
all of them.
how many days is that in total?
Mount Whitney.
Yeah.
2 days. And some people even do it in one day.
One day up, one day down, right?
One day to the tent, the campground, and then the second day you go up and then all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Also, had you ever used the word we summited before Mount Whitney?
No.
I like it. You sound like a professional mountain climber.
Is summited, I said summited and then I go, is that the right word?
I think. Well, I would assume that means you got to the summit, right?
We believe you.
Shh,
Okay.
we won't even. Yeah, we don't
What
have.
what I learned after Whitney was I like camping, but I like glamping.
Yeah.
I'm a glamper.
Me too.
So your other hike that you're by mistake went 20 miles. How did you manage that one with the woods and the pooping and the sleeping and
Well,
the
listen,
backpack?
that one you're not hiking 14,000 feet. I hiked from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but it's not like I didn't have to deal with any of that.
Okay.
You just hold it,
Yeah. And you're not dealing with thousands of feet of elevation change. It's pretty
No,
flat.
yeah. But on that hike, I was wearing running shoes, not hiking shoes, and the amount I fell like 5 times doing
Ooh.
that hike, and I was like, this is kind of dangerous.
Well,
I should not be doing this.
not alone.
I didn't
Not
know there was that big
You
a
have to-
difference between running shoes and hiking shoes.
You don't want to get caught and you have to cut your arm off and stuff.
I know. Well, hiking shoes have grip and running shoes don't. So like hiking shoes make it so you don't slip down the dirt. They'll like catch you.
Yeah. I mean, you look at me and know that I don't know anything about running or hiking. So it's drinking.
I ran a half marathon this in April. So I've been really on a real kick.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Were you a big runner prior to that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Well, then a half marathon. Is that your first half marathon?
My second.
Okay. All right. Do you have any ambition to run a full?
Just to say I've done it,
Yeah.
but not because I think it'll be enjoyable. Because the half marathon
well, to be
was
fair, the last couple of things you've done, you haven't done to be enjoyable.
yeah. I kind of like the how hard it is type
Yeah.
thing.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. You're challenging yourself.
Yeah.
So with all of this retreat meditating and mountain climbing, where are you finding time to create your OnlyFans content?
Oh, great. Great question. OnlyFans is phenomenal because they have a schedule your post situation.
Oh.
I take one day out of the month. Don't tell. I take one day out of the month. I do all my content and I set it up, and then it's posting without me having to do anything. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic.
Like it's like a post a different one a day. You set it up in
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a lot of work, but I
Yeah.
just do it all at once so that it's done.
Now, how many
Did not know that.
That's how I get it all done.
how many DMs are you getting from men wondering where the content, where the
nudies
adult
are
content is on your OnlyFans?
You know, it's interesting. These men have been very kind. Like one guy messaged me and was like, "Hey Chase, I just want you to know, I think like I was wearing a shirt that was mesh, but it was like underneath it was this like angel print,
Okay.
but he thought it was just see-through. And he was like, I want you to know, I think your shirt is see-through, and I know that you're not the type of girl to want that out there. I was like, wow, that is so nice. It's not see-through. I'm wearing a fully covered shirt. But I mean,
That was nice.
they're looking out for me.
Okay.
They know that I'm not doing that content.
So you haven't even decided let's sell some feet or something yet? I mean,
There are people that have asked if for money I would do something.
of course there are.
So I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I thought of was you could probably have sold your socks from the mountain climb on OnlyFans.
Really? Someone would buy that?
Yeah, like non-washed. Yeah.
Oh my
You're-
God.
You are missing a market, Chase. You're missing a market.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh
Two-day-
my God.
2-day hike. Put them in a Ziploc baggie. Done. Oh, they'd get big dollars for that. Betcha.
Do that. I would do that. I would sell that. Get
Look
them
into
out.
it.
Okay, so oh my
Yeah.
God.
We had a woman on the podcast right when we started, and she sold everything. She sold her toenail clippings. She sold
Underwear.
guys
How
would buy.
much?
What's that?
How much?
Everything had a price.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't ask how much?
No, because no, not really.
Wait, yeah, we never got in. I mean, and it was 2 years ago. Wouldn't even remember, but
Mhm.
But we've had girls on before since then, and we don't really discuss price because it changes or
yeah,
it's situational and stuff.
Inflation.
And
Price.
it's market price. When you buy lobster, you gotta
Market.
Yeah, market price.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I don't know why there's something that like really is hard for me to do that, but like it would be so easy to do that.
It would.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, you could just put them in the tea bags. You already got them ready to go.
Okay, you guys are making me think here.
Well, life should be easy. There should be an easy way.
yeah.
There should be an
Yeah.
easy way out. And if selling your
Yeah.
sweaty socks is an easy way out, I say go for it.
Wow. Okay, I'll really think about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, before anybody gets too crazy, we will let you know you're on OnlyFans for comedy. OnlyFans has a comedy portion, and your comedy content is out there. So.
Yeah, OnlyFans is really trying its darndest to branch out from just what it's known for.
Right.
It's trying to do cooking stuff
Right.
and comedy and lifestyle. And so a lot of comedians that you guys know, and they're getting some comedians to do a comedy set for their channel, and then part of the contract is all of us have an OnlyFans now.
So how did that? When you
I just think it's funny when you mention it on stage and you talk about it. I think it's one of the funniest things ever.
How did that phone call go when you got it? Did they call you directly? They call an agent? Like who?
That's my agent.
Yeah.
My agent dealt with it.
And how did your agent broach the subject with you?
Well, I asked my agent if I could be a part of this because I could use the paycheck.
All right. Awesome.
All the comics in my circle were like, you haven't done the OnlyFans taping yet? Why not? Like, it's like we're all doing it. We're
Yeah.
all in on the OnlyFans taping. Yeah.
As you should be.
And it's great. They're producing really funny comedy specials, and it's been really fun. It's just, I think, comedy in itself that I have an OnlyFans now.
So you recorded a set for them. Do you have to record a new set for them every once in a while? Is there like how often do you?
No, it was just the one time.
Okay. Is that, and then do they just cut clips from that and that's the content that goes up on the pay, or is it your other comedy?
No, on OnlyFans, you know how I used to do like side by side dances? I would
Yeah.
like dances. That is now unfortunately not on Instagram. That's on OnlyFans.
That's what happened to that.
That's what
Son of a.
People pay for that now. Yes.
Well, it's
Yes.
worth it because it's awesome.
Nice.
And if life was a musical, those were over there
If
too now.
musicals were- is
No, the girl that was taping those for me has been super busy, so we haven't been able to film those in a while. But those will be on Instagram.
Those will
Okay.
stay on Instagram.
Mhm.
All right. What is a Chase
I missed
O'Donnell?
them because I love them.
What is a Chase O'Donnell subscription price on OnlyFans?
$10.
$10. I can part with that. I can part with that. So
Worth every penny. What is it? Just Chase O'Donnell?
It's Chase_Elaine, my middle name, because do you know that Chasey Lane is a porn star from the 90s?
So wait, they gave you that name to like you went with that because you figured it would drop you? What? No, I did not know that.
I did. Yeah.
Well, my name on TikTok is Chase_Elaine, and all the comments when I first started TikTok was like, ha ha ha, you would be Chase Elaine. Ha ha, Chase Elaine. And then one girl goes, honey, look up Chase Elaine. and so then she's like, it's a porn star. So, anyways, I was like, oh, no wonder everyone was making fun of me for my name. So when I did OnlyFans, I thought it was only fitting.
I love it. That's awesome. Wait, so
Even better.
the porn star Chase Elaine didn't have an OnlyFans page?
Well, okay, to be clear, she's Chasey Lane and I'm Chase Elaine.
Okay. All right.
It's different.
It's
but
different.
Very close.
And to be fair, when she was doing it, there was no OnlyFans, and now she's in her 80s. So
Not her 80s.
She's in her porn 80s. That means she's in her
She's-
50s.
She's in her 50s.
There,
Uh,
oh, Chase, it's always something with you. Porn star is your name.
Can you believe?
Uh, I
yes, I can,
I
but
mean-
it's hilarious.
how come you didn't know about her?
It took me making it my handle.
Oh. If you ever have an issue where you're worried about something being a porn name, just send him a message. He'll be like, no, that's not. You're good.
Okay. No, I
He's
pretty
got-
much
I'm a
got
little older. I might have looked in the 80s. So let's get to the deep, dark, not dark, but the bottom of this, right? I mean, we have a battle here. Is it Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Who is the better, more musical band?
I mean, it's in sync.
Because they're why?
Okay.
What's your case for them?
Okay. I will always bat for NSYNC because I was in a girl group that JC Chazé from NSYNC started. He was my boss.
That's right. That's right.
Girl radical.
She's biased.
A radical. So of course I'm going NSYNC. I mean, it's not even a question.
I don't know why. Do you have an answer?
Well, I'm gonna say I wanted to debate with the Backstreet Boys and get a battle going. But
Well, okay, and I'm not just saying because I was in Girl Radical, that's why it's in sync. It's in sync because they, to me, were much more talented dancers.
Yeah, you have the dance thing going. So
Those boys could dance, and there hasn't been a boy group since that has been able. Oh, besides like BTS is pretty great.
all right,
Yeah.
I didn't want to call you out, but I was gonna be like,
Yeah,
well,
the Korean boy band, oh, they can dance. But
pretty
anyway, Jonas Brothers, One Direction, like they can't dance.
right, and some of them, which is rightfully so, they don't try to dance. I mean, sometimes Backstreet Boys tried to dance, and I think One Direction didn't even try to dance.
No, they didn't try to dance. Neither
They're
did
like, we
Jonas
suck,
Brothers.
so why bother?
Yeah,
We'll look pretty.
speaking of dancing,
They look pretty. They are pretty.
speaking of dance, we technically still owe you a dance. We've been going to do a dance video since I think the first time, well, probably the second time we talked to you, and we still
that
haven't
I'm
done it.
gonna copy.
Yeah, and we still
Yeah.
haven't done it. So
That's okay. Listen, that's called a U-turn. We talked about this.
we're gonna make up for that Kevin Chamberlain one that couldn't stay on TikTok with ours. So
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
When Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were at their peak, who did you guys like better, or did you not like either?
I don't know which one is which.
So, well, I mean, and we don't want to leave out the New Kids on the Block. I mean, they kind of were
Okay.
right, the starters of it all for that new push. But anyways, I gotta remember, I actually took my son to I think I took my sons to the Backstreet Boys.
So you were a Backstreet Boys boy.
Well,
What about O-Town?
by pushed into it. So they tried to be like smooth, and then they like a song that they probably practice a lot. They like all played an instrument.
You know, it's so crazy. I would have thought when Backstreet Boys were at their peak, you were like 16. So
Ooh.
So it's crazy that you had a son.
My son was like 8, 9
Chase, he's so old.
when I took him to Backstreet
I
Boys.
thought you guys were so much younger.
She's never going to talk to us again.
Chase,
She's like, I
we're
You
old
look
enough to
so
be your
young.
dad.
Oh, yeah, because I was like 8, 9 when Backstreet Boys came out, but you guys you look so young. How
Oh,
was
that's
talking to me that you had a son during Backstreet Boys?
I'm watching. You're like, that's why she looks baffled. I was like, what? She upset? She really upset? I'm choosing Backstreet Boys.
She's like on the precipice of pushing the button. He says Backstreet Boys one more time.
Well, Backstreet Boys was good. I mean, no denying.
No, not really.
I mean, have you asked
So-
Dr. Potter about this? Because he loved Backstreet Boys for real.
That's where the question came. We saw you guys
Right.
battling it out on Misery Loves Mandy. You probably don't
Oh.
remember.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, no, and he loves Backstreet Boys. He's played me Backstreet Boys songs where I go, "Who is this?" And he goes, "The Backstreet Boys." Like he really loves them.
You gotta love how authentically Josh is.
He
He
is.
just doesn't
He
care.
is. He is.
Such a beautiful thing.
I think he's sometimes because I so openly love musicals and pop and whatever, Taylor Swift. He feels very safe to bring out his side of him that also likes Mary Poppins and Backstreet Boys.
Well, I would think sitting on the club talking with the boys, he's not going to be like, "Hey, Backstreet Boys are ready to go on tour again." I don't think that's a subject he brings up too much.
So
You three should just do a weekly.
Oh.
You guys should just figure out schedules and do that podcast every week. That you guys together is fantastic.
oh gosh.
Those couple episodes with where you guys partook for the
So fun.
Patreon. I never laughed harder.
Oh yay. Well, I loved your comment on it. It was really nice.
And so, do you like comedy?
No,
No.
no. I've been vacation retreat.
I don't think you're supposed to keep saying that, Chase.
I literally go on stage and I go, "Oh my God, I have to make you laugh? Like, what a career. Who chooses this career?"
Why did I do this?
It's like, it's so hard. No, but anyways,
It's
do I
not.
like comedy? Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I like comedy, and that is why I've put myself through the torture of it.
Yes.
but how funny is that? I mean, or how hard is it? Would you're laughing and then you look over here, like when if we're laughing uncontrollably, I can look over and there's nobody there and I can stop. But you got the three of you. You can't go anywhere without seeing your other person laughing. How hard is
That's true. That's true. Mandy was both. Yeah, she's so
funny.
fun. So fun.
Yeah, I have said that podcast is one of the most criminally underwatched podcasts out there because she does a great job, and I like that she gets guests that you don't see on a ton of podcasts. So you've been introduced to so many comedians by that podcast. So
Yeah, she does a really good job. I mean, same with you guys.
well, yeah, we love talking.
We
comedy,
try, yeah.
so. I say it every time. You comedians aren't always the easiest to get on, but we love talking comedy.
Well, I don't know if you saw Mandy's comment. It was the 100th episode, and she was like, "Advice to everyone: don't start a podcast." Have you guys felt how is it doing your weekly podcast?
It depends. Some of the conversations to me are getting harder, but I love the comedy stuff. I love. If we could do comedians every week, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But
It's just anyone that's had a podcast, which I have as well, it's a lot of work, and just like kudos to you. It's so amazing to have kept, like, what episode number is this?
you'll be in the 180s.
Oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? This is so incredible and so amazing, and it's a testament to how much work you guys have put into this, and good job.
Well, we're lucky.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank you. And we are lucky, and we're moving. But
I-
back to your thing, it's funny because we do kind of record every other week.
Yeah.
So there, like, if we go a week without, and then that first one back, he'll come up into the studio, and he's just the grouch and just like, "Fuck
Yeah.
why don't we? God, I don't want to do this tonight." Blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, lights go on, we smoke a little weed, and we get the guest on, and it's like, that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
That was
that's fun.
great.
That's like when I was doing the podcast with my sister, I was always in a mood. We had to drive a really long way. Da, da, da. And then And then after the podcast, I was like, oh, that was so fun.
Right. Right.
I love
Oh, that's right. So is that podcast coming back?
That's the goal. My sister is having a baby. She's
Oh.
due. She got married and then like very quickly after got pregnant. So she's been in like her own journey right now, and she needs just like some time to
Yeah.
Sounds
get
like
set.
she's being a little selfish right now. That's what it sounds
I'm
like.
just being a little selfish. I send her like screenshots from people being like, "When's the podcast coming back?" And I'm like, "London." People want to know. And she's like, well, we're waiting. She needs a little break.
Well, we'll start hitting her up with DMs.
Yeah. Start hitting her up with DMs.
Yeah.
But no, the goal is to bring it back, but
Good.
maybe once she's like, had some time to be a
Okay.
mom.
All right.
Sure.
And then the kid on. But so I was going to ask. So now that little break and she's off doing her thing, gives you more time to date a little bit, I would think, during this time. Or no?
You would think. I I'm not dating right now. I was, and all I've done is dating. But I go through waves, and I go like I get like inspired, and I go, okay, it's just a numbers game, got to get out there.
Inspired and then tired.
And the amount of dates I've gone on, and it's just ends with me sending a breakup text, and that's just too hard for me. And so many of the dates I show up and I go, oh, had we met in real life and not on an app, I wouldn't have set this date up. And I'm just kind of waiting for someone in real life.
Oh, wow. Is that, do you say that to them or just in your head?
Oh my God, I would never say that.
Let's say, do you know who we're talking to?
No, but it sounded so convincing. Like you're like, so I'm like, did she really say that?
The only way she's saying that is if they insult or if they give her the bad tea or something.
You guys, also, the last time I was on the podcast, I talked about a bad date, and I
Yep.
went,
Yes.
and the date listened.
Did he?
The homeless guy?
And he unfollowed me, and he wrote a message being like, I've unfollowed you, so go ahead and talk about me as much as you like.
Oh, perfect. We got clearance.
I don't know.
Okay, I like that reaction. I felt so bad.
I was gonna say, I thought for a second she was yelling at us because I do remember in there we're saying, oh, we'll cut that out, and then it was like, yeah, we're fine. And
I know it was my fault because I shared it, and he listened.
well, I just want to say if he's listening to this episode, please subscribe.
Oh my God.
How does he get
You guys
Wi-Fi?
believe? I have you guys ever talked about someone on a podcast and they were like, I heard you.
Nope.
Don't say that again. That was bad.
No.
Oh my
You
God,
didn't-
it was so bad.
You didn't sign an NDA or anything. We're not in any legal fault here.
No, you're not in any legal fault. It was my
Well,
fault. I learned a big lesson.
Yeah.
but her love life. We interrupted her love life. I mean, that could have gone somewhere.
The bad date last time. Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, I think we did me a favor.
Okay. That's
It ended it without me having to.
Send that text.
okay.
If he's homeless, but he had a listening device or TV.
Well, if he's on the apps, he's got a phone. I mean,
Still funny to me. Be like, he's homeless, but he listened to my podcast.
that's great. That's great.
I had another crazy at the
You know that means he's listening to every podcast you're on.
God.
Good.
I had another
Yeah.
I had another date I talk about in stand-up, and it was for the OnlyFans taping.
Mhm.
And my friend goes, my friend is coming to the taping. She's on a date, and he said he's been on a date with you before. And turns out the guy in the audience that I was telling a joke about, that I did not change a single name, watched me tell the joke. about him.
Oh no.
And I just don't know what my life is. Sometimes I go, how is this possible? And I was like, well, I guess I'm doing the joke because this is a taping and I don't want to like get all messed. Like I already know what I'm doing.
Right.
Could you see him in the crowd?
Yes, his arms were crossed.
The whole time.
And my sister was sitting next to him.
Oh,
She goes, he didn't laugh. And I,
Well, you know what I say
I
about
didn't
that? Be a
change-
better dater.
I didn't change. I said the name of his ex-girlfriend, didn't change her name. Like I didn't change facts.
uh,
There's a lot.
but did everybody else laugh? I mean,
Oh, applause break.
exactly.
And fuck him. It's worth it.
And then he saw that and his arm got tighter.
If you can't laugh at yourself, you shouldn't be allowed to laugh at anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit of anxiety right there, you know. I got my
Much
stand-up.
anxiety.
Huh?
Yeah, so much anxiety.
Yeah. And then there he is. You could tweak the names, but you're like, well, now that may screw me up for the next
I don't
joke.
want
So
to screw me up. I'm
Yeah.
saying the joke, and he's in the audience. I mean, I don't think most people deal with this.
I know you're right. No, most people don't deal with it. I mean,
I don't think anybody has ever.
we deal with it a little bit. We certainly have talked some shit about people that used to be in our lives on this podcast, and I have had one person come to me and
Oh, you have? Okay.
yeah, I have, but I don't. Nope, I'm not saying
We'll
anymore.
bring it up. We won't bring it up. Okay.
So certainly it's happened,
What?
but yeah,
Yeah.
True. That's it.
but I've never had to try and deliver stand-up comedy in front of that person.
Fuck.
So
Or an audience.
yeah, like we're hiding behind a camera here. It doesn't matter.
Well, thank you for acknowledging the humiliation.
Well, I think, yeah, he should be more humiliated than you.
So let me ask you this. When you said his name, did you look at him or look away?
I didn't say his name.
The girlfriend.
I said specific details though. No, I did not. I looked away.
So the whole show you're and then all of a sudden
Yeah, yeah.
this bit I'm gonna do from over here.
Oh,
Did you talk to him after?
no,
Did he come up to you? I meant to say.
no, God, no. I did.
That's why there's backstage.
Yeah, I went backstage.
Okay. And he wasn't waiting for you in the parking lot, so you're good.
Yeah. Whew. Man.
What if he was? How could you have handled if he would have walked up to you?
I don't know. I would have been like, oh my God, hi.
Pretend you didn't know he was there.
Good to see you. Hug time.
Love to catch up.
So everybody go watch this OnlyFans set.
Oh.
So you know the joke, because otherwise,
Oh.
we need some backstory to the joke. So
We need a push for OnlyFans, that's for
go
sure.
watch.
What else? So now your clarity, your 10 days, your mountain climbing. You haven't got any material from that yet, but that'll come. So what are you doing next?
I think, yeah, for sure that'll come. I'm doing a lot of writing right now. I'm doing a lot of like, um, I'm in a script writing class, so like writing like TV series stuff, and then I have like college shows and like some corporate shows and that type of thing coming up, and then hopefully we'll get back to doing like around the country starting in the fall.
Yeah, get on the road. Get to Appleton.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need you. We need you in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I've never taken I told myself I'm doing like a little summer break, and I've never taken a summer ever. I feel like it's been like 15 years since I've given myself a summer, and it's been so foreign. I'm like, oh my God, like a summer break. But I'm really enjoying it. I did the retreat, I did Mount Whitney. I'm doing like writing just for fun, and then I'll get back to touring.
Nice.
Can't wait.
You're going to do a set tonight?
Yeah,
Where are you at tonight? Not that anybody will know, but where are you at tonight?
it's called it's called the Best Comedy Club in LA. That's the name. It's like a funny take on the name, in Melrose.
Okay. All right. Nice.
And it's just one of those like shows with like 7 other comics,
Yeah.
It's not my show. I'm just one of the comics.
Sure. Yep.
But still
Just
Yep.
get in my time.
perfect.
So you're now we just need we got Potter's name on the wall. Now we need to get your name on the wall at the store.
Oh,
I mean, I'm saying
That's
we
so
like,
nice.
Yeah, I'm like, we what?
yeah, we did it.
oh my God, no. I I don't know if I'll get my name on the Comedy Store wall. I'm so proud of Josh though. I just don't I haven't I don't like I'm not doing the steps that it takes to get
Sure.
your name on the wall.
Sure.
And I know I could, I'm just not. So we'll see if I choose to start taking those steps.
Yet.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a lot of work and time commitment to be at the store.
Yeah. That
So
yeah.
very impressive of Josh.
Absolutely.
All right.
Proud. We're proud.
We are. Love that guy. So we will let you get off to your show. We thank you so much for joining the Third Time Club.
Yeah, spend
Oh
some
my
time
gosh,
with us.
guys, honestly, what a treat. You are just the best, and I loved catching up today. I know we caught up all about me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about us.
What's going on? Well, I really feel like I want to catch up with you, but thank you for making it all about me today. Wow. But
Absolutely.
really good seeing your faces and talking to you.
You too.
It's
Chase.
always a
We love it.
pleasure. Give them where do they go find you?
ChaseO'Donnell.com is the website. Pityparty.com is the tea company. And then Instagram is Chase_O'Donnell, and OnlyFans is Chase_Elaine.
Chase Elaine. Go find her on OnlyFans.
I love that you throws that OnlyFans in there. I love it. I love it.
All right. Thanks, Chase. Have a great night.
Good to see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously though, get your asses out of here.